Like, I have to make sure. Go ahead.
Call the meeting order. If we could say the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Hello, thanks.
Are we good?
Just gonna plug along like we are.
All right, we have no public here for comment. Let's get down to Brian.
Called some tree trimming contractors, one got back with me yesterday. He sent me a scratch piece of paper on pricing. I'm gonna try to figure that out, based on units. But he's got different things for different units, like 2 men, 3 men, trimming a tree, cutting a tree, chipping. So I don't know if them units add up, or I didn't get a chance to call him back today. I'm supposed to meet with another one next Tuesday, so just to see what that's even going to cost us, but it seems feasible. So the guy I did talk to yesterday, they can go higher. They got a backyard machine. It could really improve some of the trees that we cannot physically reach. So the big limbs go way out over the top. They can climb trees. So I did like that. So we'll just see the process.
Okay.
Wastewater had a main plug out by Nicole's house.
Yeah, I called the plumber out too, and then realized
So,
the problem was fixed.
yeah.
I didn't realize. I thought it was something with us.
Well,
some
your
reason.
neighbor did too.
Yeah, Mr. Campbell. That's how I knew, because when they were doing our line, Mr. Campbell came out and talked to me, and I'm like, that's why it stopped gurgling yesterday.
Yeah.
And I knew if I canceled ours, that would be a bad move.
Right. So that's the first main that I know of since I've been here, but I never did always work with pulling pipe. It's an 8-inch pipe. And it's plugged up with grease and wipes. So
Okay.
plenty of other stuff with it, but
Really?
that was the
There's
plug.
the details.
But then I got like this. That goes south to South Street and goes east to Legion. So it's a very short window of what flood that. So
I'll double check. We just actually had Josh out to do some stuff because ours wasn't draining very
at the
good.
Legion. Okay. So I don't know, did he jet something?
Not yet, he hasn't. He's recommended it,
Okay.
and we're in the process. Actually, I told him to go ahead and get it done, but I don't think he's done. He hasn't sent us a bill.
Let me know when he does do it, because it may plug something up farther downstream. So, so I don't know. The wastewater guys still recommend grease traps at the gas station. That's the biggest fight they're having out there. That foam, it's grease. Doesn't look like grease, but it's grease. So, and that's the biggest problem we have on the lift stations, of course. So, I know we're not going to eliminate grease. But,
On the wastewater, so we don't have to revisit it while Brian's here. I talked to Troy about that write-up we had. Michelle, has he got you a letter yet?
No.
I'll give him a call again tomorrow, because he was supposed to get a letter to you that we could sign, or Nicole could sign and send in the environmental to tell them that this is the steps we took. It was frozen, whatever he was gonna say, he was gonna, and then send it to you to put it on Darlington letterhead to send it over.
Okay.
So that was part of the problem, and I didn't know you got a letter until Troy told me. But, so that all comes in and it goes through these 2 big tanks, and it goes into these 3 tanks. Well, in 3 tanks, in the wintertime, that foam just builds up and freezes. And
He said something about, and I told him to call you and talk to you about it, because getting a better pump to get some, which will help that situation, is what I understood.
but when it's 0, but
Yeah.
really,
When it freezes, it's not.
yeah.
But he said it's an issue in general, but it's
Yeah, bigger.
magnified when it's cold out.
Yes.
And then there was also something in that letter about too many solids sitting out there or something like that. Some of it's foreign to me. I'm trying to understand it, but
So it comes
and you
in a
can't-
solid settle, and then that blower's in there that just blows. It's
he was
nasty.
talking about not being able to get rid of some of the dried stuff because, and obviously it's like, hello, it's frozen. You can't come in and really get rid of it when it's
Right.
frozen solid. So,
Yeah, so they're trying to fill it up, because Carl's hauled it off.
you know,
So the drying beds is the thing that's under the roof.
Mhm.
Outside. So they're probably gonna charge so much whether it's half full or full.
yeah.
But, so they're trying to get caught up right now. And then like that deal the other night, they come in, because when that breaks free, it'll overwhelm the plant, and then it's the issues. So, yeah, they're talking about that final. He's probably gonna, whether, when it gets here, it's probably gonna be a while. Suck out all the, lift stations again and do some work out there. Pump some of that stuff down, pump out the sand sediment stuff in the bottom of it, too. So try to get it done all at the same time. So we won't have to pay the guys to get his homes to do the job. So. But yeah, when it was froze, it was frothed up that high, just it's hard to describe. I take a picture.
Does anybody have anything else for Brian?
Did talk to, and this is very early, I met with the community crossing things like in July.
Mhm.
So kind of reached out on that. It's something we can't do till July, so talked to the micro guy, and that's gonna be based on if we get a grant. And then I talked to the guy up at Purdue, and he sent over that Taser report.
Taser.
Taser report, so,
Ken Smith did that.
yeah, don't know a whole lot about it yet, but we'll figure that out. So,
And then one other thing I have for you before you leave, because I feel like you're. Kevin put in his monthly report when he sent his monthly report in about his activities and his guys' activities. Said he's been getting a lot of complaints about two semis not being able to meet because of the roof on the toll house sticking out over the road. Your thoughts?
it is sticking out. I don't know what y'all want to do with the toll house in general. It's been vacant for years. I
Is it on the National Historical Register?
don't know.
It's not.
It was given to the town.
I don't know.
Setting it back wouldn't be an option.
It's sitting on like rock or brick or something. It's kind of settled. The floor's all jammed in.
Moving it might not be,
It's, I mean, it's set on, I found, not a, like what you would consider a basement, no, it's just, when they drug it in there, they built this brick rock
Gotcha.
foundation. But over time, that settles, and
I mean, we could
it's,
kind of change the appearance of it. We could maybe have the
you could have the front.
have the front canopy taken off.
It's 6, 8 feet, I'm guessing. But I don't know how much you want to spend if you have to run, what you're gonna be left with.
Well, my thought on it is, I mean, obviously, growing up here, I hate to see anything happen to it, and I'm not suggesting tearing it down, but tearing off that front porch would be a hell of a lot cheaper than paying for a semi driver's
Oh, yeah.
rip all the way down this
Yeah.
45-foot
No, I
Timothy
agree,
trailer.
something needs to be done with it. I don't wanna change her street.
No, we don't want, we can't have them coming back through town. We've actually got a majority of them, from what I've noticed.
So we
actually
finally got it
starting.
accomplished.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
leave it.
You really do.
Let's leave
Yeah.
it.
Not near the track.
But yeah,
Nothing like that.
nothing else gets the roof taken off, but, or the move back, but like I said, I don't know, probably need to walk in it and see sometime.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanna spend $5,000 to get that removed and
Rest
it's
of
worth
it ain't-
$5,000.
Make sure it's even more
Right.
saving.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess it's needs assessed. I don't wanna make that call.
Do you have a key to it?
Yeah,
I'll get with you one of these days early and try to get a hold of you, see if we can. But something needs to be done, cause
It
that
hasn't
rip,
been used in years.
no, I
Not
mean,
to-
I've been in like twice since I've been here, and I've been here like 12 or
Well,
15 years. And
We've
I
been,
don't
we
know.
used to have board meetings down there, but that's
Yeah.
been,
It's not since I've been here.
no,
No,
that was
it's
when
not.
Brenda McFay was on the board.
I'll try to get it, I'll get met up with you in the
Real
next week or
life.
so and walk
Real
it
life,
and
yeah.
see, and then I can report back, we can, decide what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling that to try to get rid of it all the way, you'd have the town up in arms.
I don't know, if somebody donate to somebody, if somebody wanted it, I mean,
Yeah.
they'd be liable to,
Yeah, move it and do everything, yeah.
if somebody wants it, it might be the best for everybody.
Now, they talked, one time they talked about moving it. And I don't know if that was just the town or other people, but they talked about moving it back because, of the traffic, well, that was because of just farmers,
Right, yeah,
Because I know a combine, that was,
yeah.
tore off and stuff, so, I don't know.
Yeah, the guy with the dumpster about took it out that year before last.
He has taken it out. He took off the whole,
Yeah.
Well, that was it before I came.
but the guy from
Yeah,
the
no,
trash
that
company
did
did
it.
about 2 years ago. Yeah.
Because I was walking my dogs and saw him do it.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's exactly
I'll
right.
get
I said,
with-
"You go
I'll
up
get
to the
with Brian
office
in
and you
the
tell
next week and
Michelle."
we'll walk
He
it
did.
and try to
He
make
did
an
a good job.
assessment on it.
So, supposed to have a meeting with Banjo next Friday, not tomorrow. They're complaining about the rate, of course. But,
It's again like,
yeah, so their problem, which we're trying to make it our problem, they got 5 meter points. So our meter rate structure is broken down into tiers. The more you use, the less you pay. So they're at that 13-cent range, and the next tier is 10. Well, they can't hit the 10 because they're getting metered 5 times. They think we should just say, hey, give us the 10 cents, and we're not going to do it. But they do have to right to put in primary metering, which would basically come off the street and all of them get metered off the primary. It's going to come at a huge expense on their side. Up to 5 INPA people coming Friday to explain all that to them. I can't. Not
right,
yeah.
justify.
Sure.
So I don't know where that'll go.
So are they wanting us to assume the cost of getting them that?
No,
We wouldn't.
it'll fall on them, and I'm hoping and assuming from some of the explanations, they will have to reimburse us for some of the stuff that we did in the last so many years.
So I thought you did some work.
We did a lot of work,
Yeah.
yeah.
Town met him halfway on a couple projects.
Yeah,
On a
one of
couple
them was
meters.
300,000.
There's only 3 meters they could actually group together. The other 2 would have to stay separate because they're non-taxable. So the 3 meters going to the 1 meter
Right.
would be what they'd want at their cost. Plus they would have to maintain it. Plus they'd have to have their own transformer. So they would have to reimburse us back our cost plus any of the assets because those are assets for us on our asset
Right.
report.
Right.
It is going to be a big chunk of money
Yeah.
for them at a savings of maybe $60,000
Yeah, Jared from,
a year.
what's his, Chrome?
Yeah, from Crone.
He
Yeah.
calculated it, he thought it was like $60,000 savings for them a year, whether they wanted it or not, they're entitled to, but
Sure.
just wanted to give you a heads up on that. In case one of them knocks on your door or something. But I met with them 2 weeks ago and it's like, what can you do for us? I said, I was doing everything for you.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of what I got.
Yeah.
And then I explained and they're like, well, can you drop it? No. Then, so,
And I got a call.
and then she
Then
got
he
a call.
get to my chair and got another call because I couldn't answer that call right then. So he's very adamant. He's
Yeah,
very adamant about it,
the
but
production
he's on
manager.
hold right now.
So,
Yeah, so,
They
Sounds
did.
like we're doing the right thing, getting the people.
Yeah, definitely, we gotta
Yep.
do that, but they get a new production manager about every 3 years, and.
Yeah.
And
Looking to be a hero.
yes.
there you go.
How can we say?
He wants an attaboy.
Right.
$1 million a year, so.
Yeah.
But they are total electric. They got very little natural gas. I mean, they heat with electric, they run compressors, it's electric, all the machines are electric, which is induction, they're not plastic, so they're 95% total electric, so. But,
Well, one of the things to remember, if somebody actually did reach out to you, is that each meter's providing a service.
yeah,
And that's how they chose to have that service put in at 3 different levels. So that's why they have 3 different accounts, or
they
rather
actually got
5. They
Yeah.
actually have 5, but the 3 that they're concerned about or wanting to group together. So,
So, hear about that, I'll let you all know.
Thank you.
And then we'll try to get some information on the rates from them, but I think that varies monthly.
it does vary monthly. That's why I said I
Ours
would
don't vary,
say
our-
Like
A
our
penny.
markup, probably, whatever.
I'd say a penny to 5 cents. It could be that range. A penny to 5 cents is what I believe. And that just depends on, like you said, the more
So part of
power.
our reasons high, we had the rate study, we had the loan, and Bev calculated where we needed to be for that 20-year projection. We didn't have a rate increase since 2011,
2008.
2008, so 16 years, that's a big rate increase where we've been
Right.
2% a year or every other year.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt as bad, so.
Right, and that is something that going forward
Yes.
is
We have
gonna
to
be, it's not, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of our rate study, it's gonna be
Right.
coming up though. I can't remember, 2028, I believe, or something like that, I'll have to look at it again.
I was thinking.
But
28.
that's
So we
not what's
can't-
happened in the past,
but
but
we
that's what
can't-
has to.
So we can't raise rates until 2028?
No, there's a tier for that as well. So, and there was then, but it just was never done. So had it been done in those tiny little increments, a penny, 2 cents, 3 cents, yeah, she did all of that calculation when she did the bond. But we were so far behind when that rate study was done that our electric department wasn't even clearing enough money monthly to, if we'd have had a major, well, it wouldn't even have been a major one, would it? I mean, it's a small one, to go over here and go, hey, here's all the extra money we have to go put to that. That wasn't the case. We were just doing it as it was coming along. And then when the rate study came about, she's like, wow, this should have been done 16 years ago in small time. And your wastewater is much the same. Your wastewater is something you're going to be reviewing too, because you're sitting on 7 years left with that. I don't know if your wastewater plant's going to make it another 7 years, because if it does, you're going to have to turn around and do the thing. The good thing about the wastewater is the flat rates are at a good place, so you're not going to see as much probably with that, depending on what cost to put a new plant in or what we need. But the electric side of it is something that is going to happen. I believe it's 2028. I can go back and look at that. And that's going to be pennies. It's still going to be pennies, but it'll continue to be on that cycle. And the only way you can do that process, just so that everybody knows, because I get this all the time. What'd you do? I'm not down the office pushing a button. Hey, this month, let's go here. That's not how that works.
Right.
The only way it's 3 meetings, 3 public meetings. It's advertised twice. It's an ordinance. And it has to pass 3 public meetings, and that third one is when you actually pass it for that ordinance to actually be passed in that penny or whatever that it could be half a cent goes up. That is the only way that rates can be raised. Now, you have a tracking factor. That is done every quarter. A tracking factor or fuel adjustment, they're the same thing. So that can decrease as you've approved that, or it can increase by half a cent or a cent. But there'll never be another increase until you guys pass an ordinance to do it. If that helps, if anybody ever talks to you. So
That's what I'm trying to clearly understand, because if we can't raise, I'm not saying we want to or anything, I'm not saying that, but if we need to, you're saying even if we need to do it in the next 2 years, we cannot even think about doing it until 2028.
Well, you shouldn't have to. That's because the rate study was done to build in where you're at, where your study's at, and who's on your electric line. The 763 meters that are on your electric line at the rate that they're currently at should withstand the bond payment and the infrastructure that has to happen between now and 2028. So it would just have to be some sort of, major disaster or something, which we'd probably apply for FEMA or something like that anyway. Yeah, but once 28 kicks in, it'll be these tiny little half cents that you'll approve yearly
Just to kind of keep us.
to get it
But I want
set.
to make sure we don't get
Yeah.
to the same
Oh, you won't.
position, whether it be
Yeah.
electric or
Yeah.
or the
Yeah. I don't want to say you can't. You won't have, or you shouldn't have to.
The
Yeah.
other part of that is the wastewater. We know where we're at with that somewhat, and whether we like it or not, it's coming to us.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's not going away.
Arbor's building a 150 neighborhood in Thorntown right now.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
and they're getting ready to build the $2 billion it's gonna be here. I mean,
I think something you could do with wastewater, I do think it's something you should look into right now because like we always say, everything only goes up, right? I think it is something that's worth looking into and seeing, okay, is it gonna make it this 7 years or do we need to roll this 7 years in and get a different, more efficient plant? But if you do that, get the wastewater meters. Like we were talking about, because the Itron that he uses to read electric will read the wastewater meters. So then you can actually charge what you need to be charging for residents, commercial or wherever, because it's such a flat fee. You don't know, like on apartments, if the landlord keeps it in their name, I don't know if it's one person or 4 people, right? This will actually have the meter, do usage, and then you're gonna pay for it. Where
Pay for what you use.
we could be doing well, or we could be losing money. I don't know if you even know, it's a flat fee, you really don't know.
like right now, if somebody, a builder wanted to build across 47 on Dubitz ground or whatever, we couldn't let them do it because there's no way we could hook that many houses up.
Right.
Correct.
I mean, we can't do it.
Right. I mean,
Right now, you can't build here.
yeah,
I'm
and
not saying-
that's not where you want to be in your tax
Yeah.
base.
Yes.
If you're going to increase.
And
Yeah,
that's what that would do for us.
absolutely.
Do I really want to see Darlington get a bunch bigger? Personally, no. I like it kind of how it's been my whole life.
Yeah,
But
you may not be
at
able
the
to
same
control
time,
that.
Sitting up here.
Yeah.
That's tax base that helps the
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't even go annex an area on up past Madison all the way. We couldn't even do that if we wanted to right now.
Correct. Yeah.
So I feel like we need to at least be somewhat thinking about it. Absolutely. Looking into grants maybe or what's out there to.
Your electric rate study did that very thing. It looked at now and it looked at the future. So it looked at the infrastructure that needed to go in, and then it also looked at the infrastructure down the road. Hey, what if this happens? Because we have that potential in 32 of another addition going in our area. It's been talked about, and if you look at that. So when you have those rate studies done, that's exactly what they do. They take that on down the road, and they kind of say, it's probably going to happen. So, yeah, that's a way to do it.
Our rates, your electric bill will go up,
Yeah.
but it won't be on the Darlington side, it'll be on the supply side, what we have to pay for. So,
Mine went down $1.
and it's gonna get, I'd say,
They're paying more because we pay for it.
just because everybody uses it, we use
Right.
more and more of it.
Right.
And make less and less of it. So it's gonna be like prices at the gas pump thing on free. So they got this thing now, it's called curtailment, big businesses. It happens a lot when I was at Newport in the summertime. They basically just have to shut down or they can buy through, which is usually
A silly number.
like 10 times the price. So most people shut down. And we try to start raising that. And it won't be households. That'd be the last person. It'll be businesses like, I don't even know if Banjo would even qualify, but definitely Newport and some of the But when they start flying through, then everybody.
Anything else for Brian?
No, very good.
Anything for us?
Probably, I can't remember. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll keep you posted on the.
I have one thing for you. I was supposed to ask you. The bank has reached out. Do you know when we'll get the business parking only signs up?
It's going to have to dry up, so.
I told him it was a weather thing, but I didn't know if you had like some type of thing in mind. Like, were you even gonna put them, or are you just gonna
I'm
do
just gonna
paint?
paint on the street.
Okay, I told him I
Yeah,
thought it was paint.
Last week, Gary Cox put them out, it says business parking only. So wherever every white line is right in front of them, I'm gonna stencil that right on the street. I don't have to worry about people walking into the sign on the sidewalk.
Right.
Or bicycle or.
Right.
There wasn't really any place to put them anyway.
No. So I
To be
thought we would
visible.
try that, see how that works. And going back to and I'm not picking on nobody, but when I was plowing snow, the downtown area, and I'm not complaining about the snow removal, but the downtown parking about doubles on the weekends.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody's got the friends that come over or what's going on, but,
They don't work on the weekends.
well, I think they come and there's a young single mom or,
Yeah.
you know, maybe their boyfriend show
Yeah.
up. But, you know, that's gonna affect your wastewater flow. Got 7 apartments and 2 people live there and they get 4 or whatever, I don't know. But they'll have both sides of the street line, so. I never knew there got many people on Main Street. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Brian.
Have a good night.
I know.
Thank you. I'll let Linda know. She was
Yeah.
gonna try to watch
I gotta
tonight.
talk to her anyway.
Okay, just let
About
her know.
that tree.
Okay,
Her tree.
okay. If you'll just let her know.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She was gonna watch tonight. So I said,
I talked to Marshall too, so.
all right.
So we're now on the approval of minutes. If I could get a motion to approve the regular minutes. Do I need to do these separately or can we lump them all? The approval of the regular minutes. the
You can-
executive,
no,
and
you can lump
special,
them all.
since they're all meeting.
Yeah. But I do want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
If you didn't attend the meeting, don't sign the minutes. So there's going to be 2 in there that you 2 won't sign, that
Right.
all 3 of them will. But anytime, if you're not at a meeting,
Sure.
don't sign that. If you go, I can't remember, you can look at the very first paragraph and I
Yeah,
say who's
that's
here.
easy.
Yeah, so
Okay,
just remember that.
gotcha,
On the,
okay.
Thank you.
I make
So,
a motion that we approve the minutes of February 5th and the executive session of February 5th and the special meeting of February 9th.
do I have a second?
I second.
Well, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Now we're down to money matters. Do I have a motion to approve the appropriations report in the payroll docket?
Make a motion, we approve the appropriations report, payroll docket, the revenue report.
Second,
Okay, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? And we have new business reappointment of Amanda Wilson to the Darlington
Library board.
Library Board.
Yeah, you'll sign that. There's places, but you guys, they have to have approval from the town council.
yeah.
So, yeah. She's been on the board before.
Yeah, was on. Her term was just up, so.
So all the orange is what I need to fill out?
I'm not probably all of it, but I can tell you when we get done, yeah.
Sounds good.
I make a motion, we approve Amanda Wilson to stay on the Darlington Library Board.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Do we need to continue to have a community center feature on the old business?
I have no idea, but I did give you a update on the monthly expenses. The DFI paid for January, February, and March utilities. And I put that on there.
I went to one of their meetings and they asked me, have we discussed anything about what they gave us about the park raising money? And I could have swore I had that in that bag and I can't find it. They were like 5 things. And one thing they really kind of keep on asking me about is called advertisement for the baseball teams. And it's like you go up and you see these signs that are on the
Yeah, the
fences.
fences,
And I said, well, I can't say anybody has, and I said, I mean, I really can't answer that question. And they commented that, you know, I've been trying to think, I've gone to a lot of baseball games. I go to Wayne Towns, I don't see them. Because that's where the people sit
Yeah.
and watch the games. But
I
I'm
think
not saying, what they're saying, if we could start doing that, they would bring money in for us to help with the park, the diamonds. And of course, I didn't want to tell them who you think's gonna go around and do all this.
Well, and here's the thing though, with a sponsorship, they're sponsoring the team, and usually the money goes to the team, not the town,
That's what I
not the
told them, I
park.
said they buy the
That's not how that
shirts, they
works.
buy the
Yeah,
hats,
exactly, it
do
goes
all
to
this, and it's
Oh,
stuff
I
that
see,
way.
they're
Well,
wanting
and-
to,
Yeah,
okay.
you know,
They're
the
talking
signs,
about-
They're
talking about-
advertising.
they're talking-
Okay.
And there are towns that do it, they're talking more about, I'm not
Like you
saying
pay
I'm
for
all
your
it.
spot
They
on the,
like
Yeah.
to put banners out on
Okay.
the outfield
Yeah.
fence. They
Yeah.
strip the
Okay.
banners to the outfield around the diamond.
And I think all that sounds good, I just said, I said, I
So like
don't,
a
we've been
bump
working
station.
on that, but I'll.
Are they wanting
Yes.
to advertise this to, or what are they
No,
wanting
no,
to
they
advertise?
did.
it's like,
Their
You
own
go get
business.
Jason Davis
Their own
excavating,
business.
Brad
And
Connor,
Oh,
Yeah.
it'll raise money.
and they
Yeah.
give,
Now it's coming full
And they
circle.
pay
Now
they
I
give
got it.
X amount of dollars
Okay.
and you have a banner
Gotcha.
made and you
Yeah.
hang it on
Gotcha.
the fence.
So no, I would think that money would go to the baseball and
well,
not.
yeah, it would go for the diamonds and stuff that we
Okay.
would have, I think it would,
Melissa Kane, some of her sponsors, I want to say 2 years, Bob would know better because he put them up maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Those sponsors had them done and they were put up on that diamond where the girls play. It is truly a sponsor who gets them and puts them up, or the program does. But yeah,
okay.
I didn't know that was, yeah.
Well, didn't you give us a piece of paper that had like 10 things on there that they thought we could?
I did not do that, no.
Well, I'm.
That
gonna do
wasn't
that
me.
again. I knew exactly what it was, and I'm getting ready to go tonight, and I'm down here, I looked everywhere. And because everybody copied it off. And also, they kind of said, they asked me, what about the town moving over here? And because they said, I think it sounds kind of iffy or whatever. And I finally told them, I said, one day we're like to move over here, and the next day we can't. And I said, we're still kind of working on it. Nothing's been brought up lately in the past, and that's why I kind of left. Before the meeting was over with, I said, hey, I got something else to say to you about the town moving over here. I said, because they had mentioned about paying some bills for us during that meeting. I said, there's probably not any of us would not object of us moving over here. The problem of it is the expense of running this building. And I said, we have to figure out, the board has to figure out how we could even afford to come over here. And I said, it's not that we do not think this is a good idea. It's, we all do, but it's the idea, you see the bills. I said, we don't make that kind of money. And I said, if we had the money, and we did have the money, we'd have to raise it. We're talking about raising people's utilities. So it's not like an open shot kind of a thing. And we'll always be wanting to think about moving over here, but I can't tell you that's gonna be in the next year or so, because the way it looks now, we have to figure out, and you know, everybody, well, that's a good idea. Why that, you know, I thought, well, haven't you thought? That's why we kind of drag our feet. But I really tried to explain, we all really would like to do this, but we have to be able to afford to do it.
You know, we have to be able to sustain the move.
Yes.
And I don't know that we can sustain the move.
And that was the thing. I
Especially
said,
when, now that we have to have the tank dug up and we have.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, we got our wastewater that, I mean, so, I understand, and my heart goes out to, I understand what this place means to Darlington.
yes.
But we can't also tank the whole town either if we've got major things that with the wastewater that
Yeah,
could
I mean, yeah, that
really
has to come.
hurt us.
It's
I don't
just one of those things that doesn't matter how much you want it, if you
Right,
can't
and
write
you
the
can't,
check, you
You
can't
can't
do
write
it.
the check, and they all.
Can't afford it.
You can't write the check, you can't do it.
Well, and
Well, we understand, and I'm thinking, well, That's what we've been
About
trying to
3 minutes
say
late.
all this time. It's not that we are trying to fight you guys us not coming over here. It's that we would like to, but we've got to figure out how we can afford to.
100%, I think if we could afford it, it had already been.
We'd
it
already
had
done
already been a done deal.
Absolutely.
But anyhow, they thanked me for what I said. Well, I'm not gonna just sit here and say what I said before, because I'm gonna get really into it. Because I said, I don't want you to ever think that none of us does not want to come over here.
No, I think all of us
All
were
of us
on
want
board
that.
with it, but
Right.
But I said, look at the utility bill. How can we pay that?
Well, and, even when Brian started out with having it inspected for the paint issues and things like that, that started the first thing, which I don't know that anybody thought about that being an
Yeah.
issue.
Right,
There was a gun range in the basement, which set off the meter before he even got down to the room.
Right.
I was at the courthouse when they had to redo the courthouse because people were getting sick. I didn't, but they did. I can't even tell you, what was that, $2.5 million or something to I'm throwing that figure out. It was insane. I was out, but it was insane how much it cost to bring that building up to a place where people could even
Yeah.
have an office in there. Yeah. They worked through it and they cleaned out registers. It's not that it can't be done. It does take money
Yeah.
to do it, obviously. I know that there are people, Mayor Barton talked to me at a party. We share family kind of, two separate sides, but he talked to me about some people that come into historical buildings and they invest in historical, much like the Crawfordsville High School. They came in, they invested in the Crawfordsville High School, but they'll do things, they'll work with you. What's your role? What are you looking at? What do you want to see it? Do you want to see the gym still open? What do you want the size to be? I don't know. I don't know if that's an option. I don't know if that's another way to utilize the building for the town and make money. I don't know much about it, but he was watching our meeting, and that's what he just said. I see what you're talking about.
Those people I contacted, that's what they do, but right now, just to be honest, everybody's busy in Boone County.
Well, it's rising.
I'm not getting any calls back, I'm not getting any emails back, but they're busy, and I guarantee they're busy there. They're wanting to
Yeah.
upgrade
There's a
everything
lot
there.
going on.
There's more money there than there is here in Darlington,
Absolutely.
so.
Yeah. I'm sure they're everywhere.
Well, I
Yeah.
just wanted to say that that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then they all thanked me.
Yeah.
One of them just came over, and then the other one, somebody on the board said, well, that's okay, we don't want you to take this over and can't afford it. And I said, well, none of us want that.
Fortunately, our hearts can't write checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
and the
said,
utility bill they're seeing is with nobody in here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's the unfortunate part about that.
and I'm glad that was nice that they did that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very
That was
nice.
very nice.
Yeah.
Because when they found out we weren't gonna have to have fuel till next year or somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
They said, well, why don't we do the
The electric.
electric bill? And I thought, and I just kinda sat there and they said, what do you, I said, well, that would be nice, 'cause that helps us. Okay, that's all.
Let's just keep that on the old business, please. AT&T new telephone system.
I'm not there yet.
Okay, no
It's still in the, I just
Yeah.
have vendors calling me right now.
Okay,
I'll let you know when we get something.
sounds good. Contract DFI.
Okay, I put that, I just got that later on today. And so I went ahead and made you a hard copy because I knew you probably wouldn't get to look at your email. Might just want to,
About one today, one.
that's what I know, I apologize, that's when I got it, but,
Yeah.
you can look that over and, if you like it, we can approve it. I looked through it too. I don't know, Tyler did it, he did a good job, he knows what to do. I can't tell you if, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
it's,
don't think there'll be any issues with it.
No.
It's
I didn't-
pretty much a,
Yeah.
common circumstance.
Exactly.
We were told we had to have one and.
yeah, and it's gonna be a yearly thing, and it's gonna look the same way every year. And I just need, put that in your signature stack there, one of you. I can give you mine. I might have one here. I'll need one if you do vote, I do have to have a vote on, but I just need one signed because,
Is everybody comfortable moving forward with voting on it, or do we need time?
Wait
Okay.
until we make a motion about this.
Yeah, that's what
I guess I
I'm
don't
making
have
sure
mine.
before I make the motion then. So do I have a motion to approve the contract with DFI?
I make a motion to approve the contract with DFI.
You have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? And I do remember, Brian says that the community crossing grant, he's still working on it. So
We're working on, yeah, they
yeah, you
can't
guys
do
are
anything with
still-
it right
yeah,
now.
So we'll keep that on. And we've got, Keystone, BSA, and the cloud.
I think, you asked me what my opinion was on it, Nicole. I think it's just something we need to hold up on.
Okay,
Why
that's
it
fine.
might
That's fair.
provide the town with a few more services, I don't think it's gonna offset the
Well,
cost.
with these
Also,
lights-
And
Sure.
I'm not really sure I'm gonna have enough, service
Right.
until I get all the other
Like I
stuff
said, I
done.
explained to
I
my
agree.
family member the other
Yeah.
day, and they're like, do what?
Yeah.
Are
Right.
you even that big of a town that you need to worry about that, you know?
Well, I mean,
It'd be nice to have all that, but.
we do. People don't realize our utility
The
line and
backup
how
is
big
what-
it's.
what
The
works.
backup's the big, that's the only
Yeah,
reason.
that's
The
what-
rest of it is just whatever, but the
Those are
backup,
bells and whistles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the backup on a thumb drive, yeah.
Exactly.
But I just think it's something that we need to hold up on until
Okay.
we know that we have enough service to even
That's fair.
migrate to anything like
That's
that.
fair, Yeah.
So,
This is totally out of my wheelhouse.
no,
But is there any way we could buy a bigger, like a little better server? I don't.
we don't even have a server.
But could we get one? That's what I'm
Well,
asking.
we really don't have a room that we can put a server in. Because it has to be conditioned, it has to be air
Really-
controlled.
really
It does.
cool, really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so what we're on is what's called, I say we don't have, we have a virtual server, which is with Keystone now. Okay, so I'm backing up every single night on a virtual server that is, it's secured and all that kind of thing. But I also use the thumb drives as well and have them in a safety deposit box in case we'd have a fire or anything like that. Yeah, we just don't have the temperature controlled room to put a server in at this point right now. Now, I don't know if, I could have somebody come, I'll have our IT guy look, because with Brian moving to the back and we have the room, there's another office, there, right there. I don't know if that room could be made that way or not. I don't know what that
how big-
entails.
I don't even know how big a server we would, I don't know, obviously, not a
Coming,
computer guy.
coming from dispatch, when we had a huge room, I think the room you're talking about will be sufficient.
I
because
think
of the
it would
server that
too.
We would be thinking
Because
about.
that's what I would,
too.
So we have them at the clinics, and they just have a room, and they put a room divider so the kids don't touch
Yeah.
it, but that's.
I was gonna ask, like,
It's the size of a
because I knew we
closet.
have the two offices back there. One of them would be big enough and we could put a mini split,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't super cheap, but I have a feeling we could, again,
Oh, I think it,
out
yeah.
of my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
As far as the server goes and or all that stuff, but I feel like you could get a mini split and be about, I know what they cost, because I had some price not too long ago.
Sure.
I have no idea what the server is, but I have a feeling it would be a hell of a lot cheaper than the whatever that, 26 and
Oh, yeah.
whatever. it
Yeah,
was.
I'll have,
Right.
yeah, I told him I was gonna talk to you guys tonight about this and make sure that you guys were on board with not going forward with that. But he can give me a quote and I can bring it back and I can let you guys know,
I
because
think
we can
need- I
clean
think
that
we
office
could
out.
Are you talking
I
about
think it's
Edge?
worth,
Looking at it, giving us, okay.
I think it's worth.
That's who I use, yeah.
I think it's worth looking into.
Oh, I do too.
Absolutely.
Well,
It might be a great, like, again,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking
No.
in my head.
Nope, that's my
have
next that was
no
my next question to
expertise.
ask, if
It'll
we
give
could,
us options, so,
yeah, that was on my list to ask, is
Everybody
to
give
see
us
if what you
our-
guys' thoughts were, if I could just get a quote from them to find out. Because Brian's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't use that office, and what's in there we can store somewhere else
Sure.
currently.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think we're all in consensus to go ahead and move forward, contact our.
All right.
HIT and
Yeah.
See what, see
Okay.
what the numbers are, see
Yeah.
what we got.
I didn't figure it'd hurt anything, but I thought,
Right.
well, let me make sure you guys don't want to move forward with this other thing, so.
And I'll make a phone call, well, I'll call Jeff, but, and just ask him approximate, because it wouldn't have to be in that little room if you're just doing that room with it. It wouldn't have to be, it could probably be the smallest one they make.
And I don't even know if we need one, if what we have currently would survive that, because it's a lot bigger room. What we have is this tiny little closet in the back where not our server is, but our AT&T stuff is, which is blocked off by a water heater, blah, blah, blah. So,
So we don't have them at the clinics, they just. have
having
the
this
room. It's-
bigger
there's no-
space
There can be no door on it.
could
That's all they
be-
said.
maybe be sufficient to not
Sure.
have to have one, but again, that's kind of out of my wheelhouse too.
Right.
So I'll find out and see what he says,
Maybe 2 months.
and I'll
Thank
bring
you.
that back. Well, thank you.
Appreciate it.
That's what I figured.
bring that back to the April meeting.
Okay.
We just put a script, we just put a.
Does Tyler have anything else for us? We're down to the attorney.
No, he did send me another, concession stand contract, and I sent that out to you guys in an email too. That I gave you kind of how Tracy did it. That was the gist of
I
it.
just wanted to pass it on, but I knew that was gonna be the next question, so I
Mhm.
wanted to
Yeah.
the
And it-
logistics on that first.
The lease is just the baseball, softball season.
Yeah.
So, your insurance only needs to be that way too. Unfortunately, her insurance wasn't that way. It did it to the year.
They
Yeah.
will do, they used to do
Yeah.
that years ago, but most homeowners insurance will not do, I've already
Yeah.
asked.
Yeah, her homeowners wouldn't do it,
No,
period.
most of them won't.
But the people prior to her, their homeowners did do it. So I guess that's probably changed in the last couple of years or whatever. But just to give you an idea of what the work is or whatever. So we'll take care of that lease when you guys find someone, and
Okay.
we'll have a new one to sign.
Yeah, and everybody saw our town marshal report. They're pretty active there trying to get things figured out there.
In fact, I think that'd be right.
I think
Why
he
he
did.
was on shift.
He did.
Brian's
Can I ask a quick question going back to, well, I guess it's kind of, well, what is it? Oh, I guess it's not technically on here, she just brought it up. Would it be feasible if nobody, and I'm just asking, cause I think that's a service that needs to be provided during ball games, I feel like she made money last year and there's a little bit of money to be made.
Mhm.
If nobody, steps up and decides to do it, I feel like that, if we could help out somehow, it would be in the wheelhouse for a college student coming home to do something like that. If we could, I'm just asking, like, provide the
town-
stuff.
That's what they used to do, that the town did used to do,
And
provided.
I would much prefer to have
right,
at least,
concession.
I would much prefer to have at least,
Can used to get.
but
That's what I thought.
if nobody does lease it, I know you couldn't put it on payroll, but like, I don't know if you could, maybe hire a college kid, but we would supply the stuff to run it.
What's
I'm
your
just
thoughts on that, Marilyn? You and Kim did that, and it was a
We did
nightmare.
that, and I'm gonna tell you,
And
it's
you
a
went in the
lot of
hole.
work. It's a lot of work. But
Well, you guys went in the hole because the
Yeah.
person made more money than what
Yeah,
you guys made.
We can't do it on the board though, that's
No.
what I thought.
no,
You cannot.
no, what we did,
Yeah.
we went and got all the supplies, and
Mhm.
the person that ran it, she would list whenever we were getting close to out of stuff. And we kind of stocked it up, and some of the stuff we probably didn't need at the time. You don't,
Yeah, I don't
you know, Kim and I didn't know what to put out here.
Right.
I mean, if it's a bad,
No,
Like I said, I would
it's not a
much
bad
rather-
idea.
I would
I'm
much
sure that's
rather
the way
we find
Wayne
somebody to
County,
lease it.
everybody else does it.
I would much rather.
I don't know how
somebody
Wayne Town
lease
does it.
I think with Wayne County, I probably think they have probably some group that comes in and.
Oh,
It was just
They
a-
serve it.
It was just a
Yeah, no.
thought, if
No, I would
nobody,
say they have done
nobody
that before, I
steps up.
remember Kim
yeah, they
telling
did
me,
it, yeah.
I remember Kim telling me, that's. what
It
I
just
remember.
it
Yeah.
didn't profit out because she was guaranteed that she was gonna make
Yeah.
$200 a week. And when they bought the food and all the expenses, it went backwards.
Okay, that's
So,
fine.
Now, that's not to say somebody else can't come in and do something different. I don't know. I will tell you that Bob Riker had reached out maybe last year or the year
Yeah, he
before
said he might be interested.
and said he was interested for whatever he coaches.
Mhm.
And he was thinking about maybe, because I think that he maybe do it at North Montgomery.
I think
or
he's
something
kind of
like
in
that.
charge of it.
So that might, not to throw him under the bus, which I just did, but he did reach out about it. He said, I can't do it this year, but if something happens, let me know. And that was the only reason Tracy popped back in, because
I'll reach out.
he couldn't do it.
I'll reach out to him, that's all.
Yeah.
But he may know someone along the lines like that, because it is such a very short season. And you can pick what you want to. That's why I said in the food one, you could just do popcorn. I told you what was there. You don't have to get to down to the nitty gritty or whatever we did, but it just he might know someone, and that might be a great place. The lease is just to keep you guys from.
Worried about.
Well, somebody's got to go get the food. Somebody's got to come ready. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I would much rather somebody lease it. However, I feel like it's important enough that if we can't get anybody to lease it, to try to somehow figure out to have it open.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
if
because we
it
started.
can't be, it can't be, you know.
I know.
When I was growing up, there was all malt, your parents went in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everybody had to take their
Take their
turn.
turn.
Yeah.
That's how it was growing up.
Yeah.
We tried it with the committee, we were gonna do it with the committee, with the festival committee, and Sydney was gonna take it over, and then that would just help put money in for the next. There was no money to be made, I mean, the food was so expensive
Mhm.
that it just wasn't gonna, by the time you paid that and your lease and your insurance,
Yeah.
it really wasn't gonna,
Yeah.
there wasn't really gonna make that much
Yeah.
money, and then find people to do it.
Yeah. Well, you made the lease affordable. I mean, that's
Oh, yeah.
affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the other it's the food that just varies so much too. So
I feel like we've done everything we can to try to make it profitable for somebody.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree.
Oh, yeah.
I
And
absolutely agree.
legally, we have to charge them something.
You do if you're gonna lease it.
So,
Yeah. And you've made that.
$10 a night, pretty cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
while we're on the subject, anything from the park that we need to know about yet? I know it's kind of early yet.
He's-
probably gonna start here.
Yeah, he's got
Oh.
another kid that might work this year for him because the other one's graduating high school and
Okay.
he's going to go out into the industry. So he has another kid that came and asked him last year about it. So
Okay.
we'll see how that works out, but hopefully it'll work out.
Anything for the code enforcement?
I haven't heard anything.
Is the house sold yet?
Yes, it has new buyers. There's a couple of guys that bought that one and the one on North Franklin. You mean in Brant's property? Is that what you're
The
talking about?
blue
Mhm.
house?
Yeah, they're actually working on it right
Yeah,
now.
they
Which
are
house is
working.
that?
Remember, okay, so North,
Oh, all the way down. Okay.
remember on the left-hand side, so they
Mhm.
bought that one too, and didn't know that one is even out there. That's a beautiful piece of property down
Yeah,
there,
it
by the way.
is.
And, they're gonna tear all of that down, and I believe
And on the
Put it
sale
on.
of the house, they'll hold back the money we're owed.
they have to pay it.
I know it's a title, but yeah, we're
Mhm.
gonna get
Yep,
our money
Yep.
back.
yeah, we've already got all the mowing money back. So, that was through tax purposes. And then, a meter, they know, the meter base has to be fixed at that house because the prior, when Mr. Brandt was alive, he bypassed service on that. And,
Yeah.
yeah, so it has to be, the meter base has to be fixed, and they know that. Brian stopped there and told them. So, and they've been down to the office.
Planning on fixing it?
They're doing it right now. They've had it down and re-sided part of it.
I guess I'll pay attention. when I drive.
Well, I think they're working from the back to the front, so
Yeah,
It's
they
amazing.
are.
that's the only reason I like, oh, yeah,
They're
but,
working
yeah.
from the back to the
Yeah,
front.
that's what it appeared like to me, but yeah,
Nice.
it is nice. It's a
awesome.
good thing. Yes,
I know.
I know it.
We're worried about that.
I know.
property.
I know Joy said he would be so happy to see
Oh,
that
yeah.
happening. Yeah, I
He's
wish he
seen
could.
He's seen it, yeah.
I know.
Okay, clerk, we're ready for you.
You got your billing report in front of you? If you have any questions on that, this is the month that we disconnect if you haven't been paying, because you had assistance, so, just so you all know. This is that month.
On the assistance, do we get a little bit of money from the government every month to help offset those costs?
They do. Community Action pays whatever they said they would.
though.
Yes, that comes to us. But what happens is that just goes to electric, so what they don't do is pay their other utilities. So, yeah, unfortunately. And sometimes it's not all of it, they just get a little bit towards it, and some of them get quite a bit, so, yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you have anything for that, if you have anything for the, billing message.
We're on too low, but spring is coming, keep your grass
Yeah,
off the street.
Congrats.
never too early for that.
I go there and sweep my papers back.
Oh, no,
By the end of the month.
it's
All
also,
spring, we've got
People that.
I have, if we don't have anything else for that, in the past, I have used, Pam Carl. She puts, she sells geraniums for her sorority, and that's what I put in the pots downtown. I usually take that out of the, town council promotion. She has those out right now. Jane and Greg Lowe gave me daylilies, and they're not on this side. They did good on this side. They didn't do good on this side because it gets too much sun. But we're going to reuse those. We're going to reuse those at the park because they literally gave us those, and they're going to be beautiful. We're going to put them in the ground. So if you guys would approve, I have it posted here, to put those in downtown. Me and Michelle will take care of them. I had it posted. I want to say it was like $156 or something like that, for me to order some and put in the pots downtown. I guess I cannot find my Post-it for that. So
Okay, so do I have a motion to approve the buying of the flowers and repotting them?
putting them downtown in the pots.
I make a motion to buy in the new flowers.
Okay.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
I appreciate that. I do think they look better.
Yeah, absolutely, it's nice. And it's, you're helping a good cause.
Yeah.
Oh, so they won't sign this one, but they'll sign this one.
Yes. Let me just make sure I don't have.
He took out the one.
Okay, good. Thank you. You know what, you can do it right here in front of us and sign them. Oh, you gotta sign
We
it.
talked about. Oh, I have to change things up. The audit's done, but I have to change things up a little. And I've talked to Jennifer about this. I haven't talked to Jim Hanks yet, but we're going to, I bought off of Amazon punch passes, basically. So what the State Board of Accounts wants to see, Jim collects the dollar, right?
Jim collects what?
Jim collects the money from the walkers in the morning. Okay?
Okay.
Then he turns it into me. Now, I made the sheet that you have to sign for liability purposes, right? She wanted the dollar put on the sheet. Okay, we put the dollar on the sheet. But what they really want is, he's not qualified to take money for the town of Darlington. It's just a State Board of Accounts thing. And if he wants to be, he has to watch a video. And yeah, you know, everybody at the county had, you know what I'm talking about. It's been there for years, right? So I said, what if I just got a punch card? 20 punches. So walkers can come in to the office down here,
Oh, okay.
give me $20.
Okay.
They don't have to bring a dollar here. He can just punch through the whole thing. It's good for, there won't be an expiration on it until they get their 20 punches in.
Yeah.
He won't have to deal with the money. They
Yeah.
still have to sign off on their liability.
Okay.
Okay? So the basketball Tuesday night's okay because he turns in everybody who signs, he turns it in with the amount of money. It adds up. It's fine. We can do that. For Jennifer's Monday, Wednesday gig, we have punch cards too because it's the same situation.
Mhm.
And then that way the money is just
Yeah.
coming in. I've watched the video. Michelle's watched the video. Well, you guys may have watched the video because I think Judy had you watch the video. The county made everybody watch the video and sign off on a paper. So I got some different ones for her. They're not 20s, they're 10s, and she's got 2 different kinds for if you're over this age or,
Sure.
you know,
Okay.
and little punchers.
Yep.
But that was something that they wanted to see, you know, if we couldn't get that changed. I will come down tomorrow and talk. I wanted to wait till I had the supplies to tell Jim I didn't have anything in front of me and tell the walkers why they were here, give him the supplies and tell him they can come down. So, that was the major thing, so.
So it was a bit easy.
Oh, it's easy. And I get it. I get what they're saying because if Jim changes, you know, it's not that anything happens, but
Right.
that's just, I understand it. I do. You have to protect it and you have to protect the
Right.
way it's done.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't think I have anything else. I don't think I have anything else. Not that I'm aware of.
Marilyn, did you have anything for us?
Nope.
Jennifer?
Yes, on the, let's see, I'm get on the right month. On the 16th of May, the National Guard will be using the community center. They're going to give a donation. Is that okay with everybody?
That's their dinner they have there.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, okay. I have no.
We'll put that in that one.
It's not going to be a typical like rental.
Yeah, yeah,
basically,
yeah.
is what I'm
Right.
trying to say. So
Sure.
I just wanted to make sure with that.
What day is that? I know.
The 16th is on a
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I will be gone, but Dave said that he will come and he'll
Yeah.
open it up and deal with them and make sure everything
Mhm.
gets closed up.
They
So,
always have a nice one.
Is that something that, we need to make a motion on, or is it okay that we just discussed it and?
I don't know, go ahead.
I'll
And then
just-
I'll just put it in
I'll
the
make
thing,
I'll
that's a
make
good question.
motion-
No, I know.
No,
make a
yeah.
That's why I
motion-
brought it up.
Make a motion that we allow the National Guard to use the Darlington Community Center for a donation on May 16th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Yeah, I would say anytime it's
I
not,
just wanna be
that
safe,
you're
just so
not
we-
following the contract,
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
you need to
Just
do
go ahead
that.
and do that first, okay.
Yep.
Jeremy, do we have anything from you?
No, ma'am.
Teresa?
No,
I don't have anything. No public here for comment. Next meeting is April 2nd, 5 PM. And do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Do I have a second? All in favor? Aye. All opposed?
I can't believe it's gonna be.